Today we are going to write a few programs on the strings in C. Before that, let me have a quick review of what we have learned in the strings in C. As I told you before, strings is after all extension of arrays in C. In the arrays in C chapter, we declared an array of integers, floats, or doubles. But array of character has to be treated differently. That's why this is the separate chapter. String basically is an array of characters terminated by slash zero. That terminated by slash zero is important. Slash zero is a single character. It's not two characters. It is combination of slash and zero whose ASCII value is zero. So that we call it as the string terminating character. When you write any text file, when you write any text file, when you write a sentence, as far as file is concerned, there is something different that we will discuss in file handling. There is a separate special character called end of file character. But that when we deal along with the file. But as far as this any string is concerned, that is terminated by slash zero. Now, how the string is stored? Since character X takes 1 byte of memory, if there is a string of suppose as shown here, this basically this string is of 11 characters. Hello comprises of 5 characters, world comprises of 5 characters, and there is a one space. Space is also a character, uh, which lies between 0 and 128, rather 127, the ASCII character set. It has got some ASCII value. Space has got some ASCII value. So when you store this string, I told you that compiler takes care of putting the slash zero. That is the compiler's responsibility. This is in contrast with C++. In C++, when you declare a string, programmer it is programmer's responsibility to make provision for additional character, the additional special character slash zero. So compiler has to take care of that. Programmer has to take care of that, right? While allocation of memory for the string. Whereas in C, compiler makes provision of that. So uh, that burden lies along with the compiler. That is the reason when you store the string, you need to think of how many characters are there actually in the string. Now, for a format specified percent is used for printing the string as well as for accepting the string from the keyboard. As I told you, scanf function cannot accept multi-word string. So there is an alternate function called get string. One significant difference between array of integers and array of floats and array of characters, that is string, is that when you pass on argument to the scanf function, you do not send, you do not use the ampersand operator only because we know that name of an array contains the base address. So whatever you send name, that is the base address. So once we are sending the base address, there is no point in prefixing that name along with the ampersand operator. So keep in mind that always, right? There are various string handling functions. Uh, str alien, we have written one function. We are going to write four or five functions today so that all concepts of C language till date are revised. So our sequence will be we will first um, see how that library function works, and then we will try to write user defined functions, right? Okay, so let me share the screen along with you. So I will write program as string copy, right? String copy lib, that means library functions, right? So suppose there is a one string char ct, suppose, right? And there is suppose char mm, clone ct. We want to copy contents of ct to clone ct, right? So let's start. Enter, enter name of your your city, suppose, right? Get this, and I just pass the city. That is the name of a string. We want to know copy contents of one string to another string. So there is a function, but to access that function, you need to include the file string.h, and there is a function called strcpy. Look at the prototype. We need to understand. We learn C language only because we want to understand how it works inside the machine. Okay, that is my objective, and that is your objective. That's why you joined the class. Many of you have learned already C language, but you do not know how it works inside the machine. So it is not just no declaration of variables and writing some arithmetic expression, get the output, go to the next program. It is not like that. We need to understand from inside out. So when you write function like this, observe the prototype or function declaration. Prototype of this function, which is a part of the library. So what does the prototype say? strcpy is name of the function. It is taking two arguments. First is char star and second is const char star. And return type is char star. So what does this function takes? First argument it takes a string. Second argument it takes a string, and it returns string. This function returns string. Now, how that return type can be used later sometime we will see that. But as of now, we can make a conclusion that because I don't want you to know uh, remember all these things. Okay? I always expect you to understand all these things. Because I strongly believe once you understand, you don't need to remember. What I mean is there, students are confused. If strcpy is taking two arguments or two strings argument, then whether first string is copied to next second argument or second string is copied to first string. There is no need to get confused. See here the prototype. The first prototype, the argument in the argument first argument is char star and second argument is const char star. Definitely, const char star is the type of the argument which is to be copied to first string. Right? Otherwise, first would have been const char star. I talked about lot about a const modifier. Now, the since second argument is const char star, that means inside the function, the string which you are sending, which is to be copied, should not change inside the function. That's why it has been declared as a const char star, right? So obviously, the string in which it is to be copied, it will come first. So clone ct, comma ct, right? So I will write here printf the source string is percent %x ct. uh, Copied clone string is percent %x and put the slash in here and comma close it. We want to check whether string is copied, right? Giving error because there is no semicolon. You can see here, okay? There are a lot of details to be, you can find the inference. First of all, what is the name of the compiler? Mean W32 GCC. This is the name of the compiler, right? These are basically GCC arguments, okay? Uh, we should call them as the options, okay, for compiling the code. So the code is being compiled as per the C99 standard. C99 is one of the standard, still it is followed. There is a C11 standard, there is a C89 standard, but most popular is C99. This is the full path file which is getting compiled, right? And then this is the main.c, and these are options. Basically these are Unix options, -o, obj, all these things. So the obj file is created when you compile the program, and there is a string copy lib having the same name as exe file, right? If you want to see this, you can go to your folder and see that, because we should know all these things. So C batch winning, there is a C program, there is strings in C, there is a folder string copy lib, okay, project we have created, and there is this is your program, main program, right? And inside obj, inside debug, you will find this file main.o. Okay. If you try to, this file cannot be opened, but we will try to open it. Okay. You won't be able to understand anything, but suppose we tried, then this is how the object file is, right? Which we cannot understand. Now it is a machine level code, but since text editor is basically, we will use any text editor to open file because we don't have any other options. So these characters, with that machine code, it has been interpreted by this text editor the way it can at the most. Okay. So this is how the obj file is. Now we can execute the program. So execute this. And if I enter name of your city, right? Suppose I type Hyderabad. Name of my city is not Hyderabad. I am just typing Hyderabad. I hope spelling is correct. I think Shalini can tell me whether spelling is wrong or right. So yes, it is copied. Right? String is copied. So this string is copied into this string. What care you need to take is that whatever size you have given here, minimum this much size has to be there. Right? If you give this size as a 5, then how string copy can be implemented? Not possible. Right? So that much size must be there. Of what you can say target string. Now we will try to write our own function. Hmm? And in the same program we will try to write. Huh? So I'll write here comment as library function. I will put it inside printf statement so that on the output window we can see that. Copy using library function. Right? Now we will write our own function. So what name we can give? Any name which signifies what the function is going to do. So I will write same function as uh, that library function, right? For char star, we will try our own complete function so that it is done. And next, I will give it as assignment for you. So I will write void. I want to copy the string. That's it. So void string copy char star const char star. That will be argument. Right. Now I'll call the function string copy. I'll first argument should be the clone city, right? And second argument will be city. copying using user defined function. Right. So I'll put this again here. Now we'll write our own function. So how we can write our own function? Void string copy. So there should be two pointers because two strings are being sent in the function call. So at the receiving end, there should be two character pointers. So char star, suppose ptr1 and char star ptr2. It should be a const char star because we have declared a prototype in that way. Now, what we can do? Copying one string to another string is copying character by character. Right? I can write while what is string in our hand that star ptr, right? Ptr2, that is the source string. So while star ptr not equal to /0, what I can do? Star ptr1 is equal to star ptr2. ptr1 plus plus ptr2, right? This it is a small code. Let's check whether it works. What is the logic behind this? Logic is that this is one string, this is another string, right? There is some one string like suppose Pune, right? When you enter string or whether you initialize string, whatever, whether you initialize or enter, whatever, this size is of 50. Suppose what we have declared is a 50. This is a 50 characters. So /0 will be placed here, right? /0 is not placed at the end. /0 is placed as soon as the because it is a string terminating character. So what we are doing here, we are attaching one pointer, right? This is a ptr1. Where it is pointing now? Here, right? And there is one another pointer here. That is a ptr2. What we are doing? You want to copy contents of this string to this string, character by copy, character by character, right? Till what? Till PTR reaches at the end of the string. So simple, right? So let's check. So enter name of your city. Suppose Mumbai. So it is being copied, right? This using library function, and this using user defined function. Right? Copying one string to another string. That is basically use of pointer as far as string is concerned. Let's try one more time. Hyderabad. This Hyderabad is being copied. Any other city? Kolhapur. Kolhapur. Right? We need to check this for multiple inputs. Suppose I write some San Francisco, something, I don't know. Cisco, okay. San Francisco. It is getting copied, right? Now, this code can be curtailed. Okay. First of all, can we write this statement as a part of this one? This we can write. We can write this. Why? Because plus plus is a postfix increment operator. So PTR1 star PTR2 will be assigned to star PTR1, and then PTR2 will be incremented and PTR1 will be incremented. Right? So this will be copied first here, and then this will be incremented and this will be incremented. Right? And again you will copy next character to this. Now, so this is not necessary. This is compacting the code. We are compacting. Can we write like this? While star PTR, not star, while star PTR. Yes, we can write like this. I think so. Right? Why? Let's first of all check whether it works. Then I will explain you. It works. Why? Because while star PTR2, I told you that suppose you have entered city as a Kolhapur or Pune, suppose, right? And the pointer is here. Both pointers are here. Now, PTR1 contains base address of this string. Okay, that address might be suppose 4586. This is the address. This is the address contained in PTR. What is star of this? Star of PTR1 contains this address, right? What is the star of 45862? Value at this address. So this is the value, right? So P, what is the ASCII value of P? It is not zero definitely, right? ASCII value of P is not zero. So condition becomes true. This condition becomes true, right? There is one thread here, not along with this, but I'm not sure whether this program will work for all input. We will check first. Okay, that's why I was trying to execute this program multiple times, but not a single time it gave me wrong output. But there are fair chances that for a certain input it may give you wrong output. Let's check it one more time. That is not because of star PTR, but the code itself. Okay, star PTR will work always. Can there be a city like this? It is printing. So far, there is no problem. But I will give you uh, uh, assignment. Okay. Can there be a problem in this problem? Okay. Now, as far as star PTR is concerned, this is perfect. This will work. This doesn't have any issue. Why? Because sometime, okay, when pointer comes here, when pointer comes here, star PTR 2 will contain slash 0. What is slash 0? I told you slash 0 of ASCII value of slash 0 is 0. And while 0 condition fails. Got that? So you may find compact code like this. While star PTR2, star PTR1 plus plus is equal to star PTR2 plus plus. So this works. I hope I'm going to share this thing along with you. Okay, but earlier I have to share as well. So how I can write this? Okay, I'll write here so that alternate code. But alternate code I can write so that you don't forget afterwards. Star PTR2 not equal to slash 0. PTR of 1 plus plus PTR2 plus plus, because I need to send this code to you, right? So you can play along with this code, right? Okay, let's write one more program. So we'll write another program. Let's compare, okay, two strings. Let's compare, right? So comparison is a part of kind of a searching is there. Okay, when you open any document, when you open any Word document, and you want to find something like you type one string, okay, and that program which runs behind the scene, it searches for that string in all document and find out perfect match. So that is a comparison algorithm, right? So whatever you given the string, the same string it finds it highlights that, right? Likewise, this comparison algorithm works. So we are going to find that, see that, right? So there is a suppose city, okay, 50, and there is a other city, suppose 50. Enter, enter city, latest city, enter, enter another city, something like that. Latest other city. We're going to compare these two, right? Now there is a function strcmp. So include string.h. There is function strcmp. What does it return? It returns integer, right? So both strings are const char star, const char star. So obviously no modification allowed in either of the string, and it returns zero or non-zero value. Okay, so it returns zero if both strings are same. So we have to write program in that way. So there will be city and other city, right? Since it is returning some value, we have to collect that. So I will declare one variable int status. Int status. I will status is equal to, right? We will try to print that, and then we will know we can write that this thing. We will check what is the status written. Because we have to explore any function or programming or code like that only. Status received is percent %d status, right? So enter city, suppose Delhi, enter city, New Delhi. So status received is minus one, non-zero value. Why? Because uh, there is a small d and capital D. So that's why it says that string do not match. Since the function compared to strings and it says not matched, right? Like our password program, huh? Like you enter login ID and password 100 times in a day. Okay, now they are saved in the Google. That is different story. But password each time has to be matched when you do online transaction, all these things. That password is a case sensitive. Suppose we execute it again, New Delhi and New Delhi. status returns is 0. So what I was telling you is correct. Now we have to accordingly we can write the program like if not status, right, right, printed both in the same, right, or we can write printed both strings are while enter New Delhi or New York. See New York. So both strings are same. This is how the function works. I hope you understand this not operator and all these things because I have explained you earlier. Because not converts the zero into truth into false and false into truth. Or directly you can write like this. Instead of declaration of variable, you can write like this also you can and remove this variable. Right? So this is how the library function works. Now we will write our own function. Or will you write your own function now? I think you should write you try on your own now, right? Write user defined function on the basis of pointers and write some function. I will give you here hint, right? Write your own function to compare two strings. I'll share this along with you because you may not be see this what I have written. And the name of the function should be given any string compare or string match string. Okay, just compare the function name which signifies or which reflects the task of the function. At the same time it should not match the function name should not conflict along with the library function. That is the only this thing objective, right? So you try it on your own. String library function, string compare, right? A couple of one more we will see. And we will right, suppose we will write a function. Suppose case convert, right? So suppose there is a city, right? There is a name 50. I will initialize them so that we could save time. What you can say, input and output and all these things. Uttar Pradesh, and I will write name. Suppose what name I can give? My name. Suppose Bhalachandra. I give my name. I never use my name. But today I'm using my name. So if I call the function str, I have to include files. I have to call function str lwr and send the state. I try to print the state. Right? And I'll call the function str upr, right? Send the variable as name. So, and I put is that name. Huh? So let's see what happens. Str LWR converts the string to lowercase and str UPR converts the string into uppercase. It takes one argument. Let's see whether it works because it didn't give any help. Some of the functions are duplicated. Yes. So can you see all characters have been made lowercase and all characters or all letters have been converted into uppercase. Right? So this is one more assignment for you. Okay. Write user-defined functions to convert. You are going to write your own function. Write separate two programs. One for converting lowercase to uppercase. Another program to convert uppercase to lowercase. Did I say right? Or same thing? Lowercase to uppercase and uppercase to lowercase. Two separate programs. You will accept string from the user. Okay, call a function, convert that into lowercase. Write third program like modified that. Okay, third program. More you write the program, more you will make mistakes. More mistakes you commit, you will ask me more questions because you are not asking me questions. There is one batch. Okay, I'm not comparing along with you, but there is one batch. That batch is of 1 hour. These students ask me half an hour I ask questions. Okay, I can teach them only half an hour, and half an hour they ask me many questions. So at least I expect you to. So if you write programs, you will ask me questions. And third program in this you can write that the user will enter a string. Your function will convert lower into upper and upper into lower. right? So likewise, one more program. String numerous programs are there. You think of that and you can develop that program on your own. You will enter a string and write a function of that, make that convert that string into what it is called a title case. What is title case? Each first character of each word should be made as a capital. Okay? I think that is called a title case, right? So I will send some assignments, but if I suppose if I forget to write all these assignments, then develop these kind of assignments on your own. Okay, you just think how you want to operate this thing. That's it. Okay, or how many vowels are there? How many consonants are there? How many words are there in the string? Okay, a lot of programs are there, right? So shall we stop? Check it on your own. Okay. There is one more program, concatenate string strcat. It concatenates two strings. Let's write here only strcat. So what is that? Char star and const char star, right? So if I write name, comma, suppose there is a one string char, uh, full name, right? Grade equal to, right? So if I write strcat full name, comma, name. If I print this, I write full name. So this is basically this concatenates this string to this string, right? What is here? Double quote is missing. Okay. Compiler always looks for where user will make mistakes and I will pinpoint the mistake. It is always eager to find out the mistakes. So you got this. This string is concatenated, right? Bhalchandra is concatenated, rather glued, okay, to Golkar, right? If I leave space here, then it will be like this. Try this program as well, okay? Try this program as well. If you need any help, just send me. I will send you. I will not send you source code, but I will send you algorithm. What you can do because many of my students ask me many questions. I used to send them algorithm. Okay, step one, step two, step three. Do this, do this, do this, like this. Okay, so this is all about some of the string functions. Numerous string functions are there. We can go to that string.h library and Okay, here a lot of functions there. At least 7 8 functions, 7 to 8 functions you try to write on your own. Okay. Otherwise, whatever I have given you, some permutation combinations. Okay, that you can try number of words, number of vowels, this that. Okay. Numerous of printing in the reverse order, right? Take the string and print it in a reverse order, or take the string and alternate word reverse that. See, we need to understand this not because we are going to do this in the future, but at least we come to know how these pointers work inside the machine, right? And you get the hold of that memory. You come to know how memory is allocated, where slash zero is put, inserted, how these pointers you can manipulate those, right? How string works, how loop works, how if else works, how logical operator works. So a lot of things you can do simultaneously, learn simultaneously, right? So shall we stop today?